Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about how to use the buttons in this 2013 Ford F150 4x4 STX with the 5.0 motor. First thing we're going to talk about is this radio. We all know this is the standard stock radio that came out of that's in this vehicle, and most people do not understand. Sometimes they don't realize that what the functions are on this radio and what it can do. I got this truck about a month or so ago, and I've tried to see that if this vehicle does have built-in Bluetooth. It said it does. So it took me about a whole day to figure out why I couldn't get the Bluetooth to work in this. Like, it would work through phone calls and stuff like that, but I didn't realize about how you're able to play music on it. So I was told that with this Microsoft Sync that you can only use it for music with a flash drive or the line-in cable. And my phone's Google Pixel 8 Pro, so it doesn't have that function. So I looked online, and it actually said that these radios do have Bluetooth audio, because on my phone it shows it does, but I couldn't get it to work. So maybe I was doing something wrong, but I also thought it was one of those cars where you can only do phone calls to the radio and not the music, because I know like Chevy Cruzes and Chevy Sonics were like that. So I did find out there is an option on here that you can listen to Bluetooth music through your phone, through this system. So if you don't feel like replacing a radio or anything, you don't have to, but eventually I want to. So once your phone is actually synced to this, all you have to do is hit the menu button. Hit it like that, you'll see like media menu, and you use the tune knob to switch. You'll select where it says select source, and it says sync to USB. That's not the option. You hit Bluetooth audio, and basically what it does is you'll hear the music playing, which I had to turn it down due to copyright. And it'll show the name of your phone, and it's pretty quick about switching over. And it will stay Bluetooth media stream. That's how you do that. Now, the other options on this thing is you have traction control button on and off. When you hit that, it will turn it off right there. You hit it again, it turns it back on. You have your emergency hazard lights in the center. This is your passenger airbag off light. This only activates when somebody's sitting in the passenger seat, so this is not a button. You got your buttons for your AM/FM radio. You also have the load button, which means that in this particular radio, when you stick the CD in, it may not read the disc. You have to hit load first, stick the CD in, then it'll load it, then it'll recognize it. And this is your eject button to eject your CDs. This button here, I don't know what it does much. This is direct. This is to scan the AM/FM channels. This is for text, which means hit it won't do nothing because it's a different option. Cat/fold sync buttons for your AM/FM radio and CDs. And this is also the same thing for the AM/FM radio. Your menu button. This is a button where you can select your Bluetooth settings. The 911 assistant settings, your car's functionality is through this as well, part of it. You control your clock and your Microsoft Sync options, your USB options, and all that good mess. You also have the sound, which also controls the sound of your bass, your treble, the balance, and your fade buttons, and your speed, volume is off. That's basically all that is. You got your clock button to set the clock. You have the phone button, which means if you don't have it set to, I'm assuming if you don't have it set to automatic, you can click the button and it will either hang up, and it would also answer a phone call. This is your power button to turn off your radio, and this is also your volume button. This is your tune button to switch through your options for your menus and your sound, and it's also for your AM/FM radio. AM/FM radio button. This is your CD button to switch to CD. This is to switch to Sirius XM radio. Only if you have the membership for Sirius XM radio, it will work. But you can click it without having a subscription. It'll just pop up with like a preview, and to call a certain number to activate it. Your auxiliary, which is actually made for that, if your phone supports it, or your laptop, or any other portable device / tablet. This is your defroster. I'm assuming that's for the front. Yeah, for the front. This is the power off to AC completely. This is the AC flow to your legs and to your front end. This is your AC to turn the AC on or off as well. This is the button for the circle light. This is your max AC to make it blow harder. This is also your speed control for your blower motor. Make sure you have a good resistor, and if you do not have a good resistor, none of these functions will work besides number 4. This is for your AC and your heat. This is your temperatures, basically your thermostat. And this is where your cigarette lighter is, and this is where your Microsoft Sync USB and line-in cable port is. This is your other 12-volt cigarette lighter. This one does not work. It hurts. A common problem with these. You have to remove this to be able to remove the radio thing to get it out. I haven't replaced that yet. Over here, you have your lights for your parking, your regular lights, and you pull this out for your fog lights to work if you have fog lights. This is your dimmer to make your lights dim. That's basically what that's for. You do have for your windshield wipers, and this button here is to spray water on your windshield. You also have your tow haul button for your towing, and you also have this is also what's called your shifter to put your truck into gear. This here is your horn. This here is to set your cruise control. This is to cancel. This is your on and off. This is your button for your info screen, which right now says tire sensor fault because the tires were flat when I got this thing. I tried to do the reset trick, but it seems not to work on the driver, so I'm assuming maybe the what's it called? I forgot the name of it. The sensor is probably bad, or the battery in it. When you hit the info button, these options will show up here. 420 miles to E. You got all this mess, miles per gallon. The timer turns it off, turns it back on. There you go. It also has a reset button here to reset like your trip gauges or your oil. You got your setup button. You can look through your settings there. Volume control, up and down. Skip for CDs. You got your media, and you got your phone button here. And over here, you got your mirror controls for up and down, left and right. Your lock switch to unlock and lock your doors. This is for your 2 front windows, your 2 rear windows. This is a master lock switch, and to lock your windows. And your brake is down there. I mean, that's basically all this truck has as far as the when it comes to the functionality of everything. And oh yeah, you got this screen up here too. This one tells you your clock, your temperature outside, which right now is 100 degrees in Florida. And that's basically it. If you have any questions about how to use the radio and the other functions in this car, feel free to comment and I'll help you out the best I can. You may also join our Ford F150s members only group on Facebook as well, and you can also join our website at www.worldwidemedia.org. It's also in our YouTube channel. The link is actually there. And you can also check out our business Facebook page as well. They're also linked to our Facebook channels, to our YouTube channel, and it's also located in our on every playlist that we have available on YouTube. And y'all have a fantastic day and have a great one.